had accepted death is a fate, disease is a fate. I had accepted it. So I was beyond hopeless at that point. Blood sugar, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and I also have epilepsy. So once I started the program and I started to eat according to the program every 3 hours, that went away immediately. My snacking went away. My sweet cravings went away.
What if one mom's decision could change her entire family tree? Meet Nicole, a mom of 3 on a mission to rewrite her story and redefine health for her family. This isn't about another diet that she's doing. This is about now a legacy. In this episode, we are going to meet Nicole, who shares why getting healthy matters so deeply and what she's already discovering along the way just a few days in. Because when one person decides to do the work, everything changes. Tune in to today's episode, which is part of a series on the Diet Disruptors podcast, where we are going to follow Nicole and her family's journey to get healthy from the inside out. Well, hey, Diet Disruptors, we are here for an incredible series that I don't even know how it's going to play out, because this is literally a live, it's like going to be reality TV show here at Diet Disruptors. We have Nicole, and Nicole is a mom of 3 who has made the decision that it is time. She literally drew her line in the sand and said, it is time for me to absolutely do something different because I need to get something different. So Nicole and her 3 kids have made the decision to not just focus on learning how to be the healthiest versions of themselves, but they are going to document their entire journey alongside us. So from a family who didn't really have a good sense of necessarily nutrition or health. And we'll hear from Nicole about where she is currently in her state of health, why she decided to get healthy with her family. And we're going to follow them on their journey to becoming the healthiest version of themselves. And so we are on episode 1. I literally have no idea how this is going to go. Nicole agreed to work with us, with my team, and to document it. So Nicole, welcome to the show and welcome to truly becoming the healthiest version of you, I hope.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, all right. We need to actually tell everybody a little bit about what brought you here. You came to me feeling pretty lost and, should I say like hopeless? I don't know if I want to use hopeless, but
I was very hopeless. Past that. Like I had, accepted, death is a fate. Disease as a fate. I had accepted it. So I was beyond hopeless at that point.
But yeah, I thought that was going to be a little bit of a dramatic word, but I guess it really wasn't, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I had been suffering from a lot of illnesses for quite some time, unfortunately. So I just thought it was my cross to carry.
And when we talk about illnesses, it's like we're talking about metabolic disease. Can you tell us a little bit about what you have been diagnosed with?
Blood sugar, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and I also have epilepsy. I have 2 types. I have catamenial seizures, and I have non-convulsive seizures. They are called petit mal seizures.
And you are raising by yourself 3 kids.
3 children.
Tell us a little. Tell us about your amazing kids.
My oldest, he's Tommy. He's playing on the football team. He's a senior this year. Great, mannerable, respectful young man. He's awesome. He has a 3.1 GPA. He's good at school. Does his work. My daughter. She is in speech. She goes around and does a lot of speech competitions. She's in the beta. She's an AB honor roll student. awesome girl. And my youngest, my baby boy, Trenton, he's just my baby. He's in second grade now. And, that's what I could say about him. He does what second graders do. Yeah.
You know,
So
you have so much to live for. 7, 12, and 18. Am I right? The
yes,
ages of the kids?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so the fact that you came to us and said, I have literally ascribed to the fact that I am on a path to death. And that was, you have these 3 legacies that you were worried about. And so you said, I know I need to do this. I know I need to figure this out. I have to prioritize my health. And you also knew that if you didn't bring your kids along on this journey to learn alongside you, that they would have learned from you as in what caused a lot of the illness. So tell us a little bit about your decision to not just include yourself on this journey, but all 3 of your kids, because we haven't had a lot of people that have said we're doing this together as a family.
Right, right. I think too, with any diet, that is something that kind of hindered me, starting with my kids, because I was like, hey, I can't afford it. And, and I think that was something that really kind of kept me back. But when I found your program and talked to some of the coaches, I learned that I didn't have proper knowledge of nutrition, how to eat. I was never taught. My plate consisted of carbs. I didn't know anything about the macronutrients and how to pair my foods. So I didn't want to pass that down to my children. I am noticing already, a lot of them are eating badly. My son, he'll come home from football and he's eating the first thing he could see. My daughter, she eats, but I'm noticing now she's getting a little more self-conscious, that she wants to participate in cheerleading and she's the bigger one. So, and I don't know how to address that and help her as a mom with that, because I'm battling some of the same issues myself that I wasn't taught how to come out of it. So how can I help her? So when I came across this program, it was a godsend. It came to me. And again, I just thought, hey, why not? What do I have to lose? I have everything to gain from it.
What is something that really stood out to you about the message that I teach around nutrition? Because there's so many people out there, but something that I said actually made you really stop and listen. Do you remember what it was?
I do. I do remember what it was. But I don't know the word. I thought when I first heard you, I said, oh, she really knows what she's talking about. You were talking about your certifications. I remember you telling me that you held a certificate that no one in the world holds. And I remember, what really made me take pause is when you started talking about the brain and you said, hey, you can Google it. And I want to say you said, Dougla or something like that. You said there's a part in the brain and you can Google it. And that's what really made me take pause. And I said, okay, you let me know that you wasn't just a teacher, but it was behavior. It was mindset. And there's a reason why you're doing this. So I thought to myself, well, maybe it's not my fault. Maybe she's somebody different. I've never quite heard it this way. And so that's what made me really focus in and listen. Yeah.
I love it. And so hearing your story, knowing how much you want to be able to be there for your kids, but also not just for when you're with your kids, but to literally change your family tree so your kids aren't raising kids in the same kind of mindset and lack of knowledge that you are. So we
Exactly.
are in our very first episode. I have not even gotten an update from you. You are working with one of my coaches. You are also in a small group with a few other women that are learning this. You have been introducing this to your kids. I can't wait to hear what happens. You're, I think, like 9 days into this new lifestyle. Am
Yes,
I right?
ma'am. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So my question for you first is, how did you tell your kids? Did you tell them like, hey, we're all going on a diet? I hope
No,
you
I told
didn't
them,
say that.
no, I told them that I came across a program, a wonderful opportunity, and I wanted to bring them into it. And I wanted them to learn how to eat. I explained to them that, look, mom is dealing with a lot of things, and they know, because a lot of times I'm not well and they'll have to come and tend to me. And I told them, I said, by you guys joining me, you're going to save my life too. And so I asked them if this is something they wanted to do, and they agreed. And they said, yeah, let's do it. My son
I
initially,
love it.
he couldn't believe it. He feels like, Mom, you're getting scammed. I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, they're real.
Is that
So
the 18-year-old said that?
yeah, he's the 18-year-old. Yeah, he said, Mom, I said, no, they're real. And so he said, okay, well, let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, well, Tommy, I'm glad you're doing it and I'm glad you're
Yeah.
trusting us. Okay. So you came in not really knowing very much. I remember a message that you sent to me and you were like, okay, before you had gotten started, you sent me a video message and you were like, I am hungry at night, but I'm going to just
Yeah.
push myself not to eat. And I was
Yeah.
like, girl, wait till you
Yeah.
start learning because I
Yeah.
want you to eat. So can you just share a little bit of the new knowledge that you've been it's only been 9 days, but what are the ahas that you've had over these 9 days? Because just a few days ago, or just 12 days ago, you were like, I got to push through hunger. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that there's some new learning going on. So let's teach people some of the things that you're learning about just 9 days in.
Let me say first off, when I first started the program, that went away almost immediately. I was surprised because I thought, hey, I'm hungry. I need to eat. I used to wait all day until I ate. But once I got on the program, because initially when I talked to you and sent the video, I hadn't started. So once I started the program and I started to eat according to the program every 3 hours, oh, that went away immediately. My snacking went away. My sweet cravings went away. And I was like, wow. And actually my problem became making the time to get the meals in because there wasn't a need to snack. By the time I wanted a snack, well, it was time for a PFC3, so I was like, okay, well, this can work. So yeah, that went away, and I'm learning, it's not the food, it is the mindset. I started learning, well, why am I pairing it? Why am I doing this? And my emotional connection to food, it just started to bring out something different in me because I said, well, I'm eating my food this way because this is how I was raised eating it. And that's not necessarily. So it's a lot of emotion that came out when I began to learn how to pair food and everything like that. And also, again, we're only on day 9, but I really was serious about the Jumpstart week, because I wanted to keep the foundational plates, the spinning plates in my mind. So the first week, everything started moving. I mean, I could tell the difference right away in my body. So when I say everything started moving, I started clearing out. I started going to the bathroom more often. And I was like, what is this? And because I'm on Ozempic, that's something that, will constipate you. It'll make you not go, make you slow. But since I've been doing this, it's been moving on the inside. So I definitely feel
Be
change.
careful because we're working to get you off that.
Yeah, well, I haven't been taking it. I haven't been taking it because I have the 6 spinning plates in my mind. And I'm thinking, one of the things you said in the beginning is blood stabilization. So with this, my sugars have been good. And I'm surprised about that too. I'm like, okay,
And this is
okay.
okay. This is amazing because 9 days in, you are type 2 diabetic and you've
Yes,
been put on Ozempic. And I have been saying
yes,
this all day long. I think that there are 2 big things that I'm going to say 3 things that happen when people on Ozempic if they don't feel like complete and total garbage. One is that their blood sugar becomes regulated. 2 is that they are not hungry all the time. And 3 is that the food noise seems to go away, like the constant desire to eat.
right,
Right.
right.
So if those things happen with Ozempic, that's when people think, okay, it's working. But what I keep saying is when you actually fuel your body with PFC3 and you're giving your body what it needs, you're speaking its love language by eating carbs, eating all day, but balancing it and using your macronutrients to work for you, not against you. Those
Right.
same things happen. The food
Yeah,
noise goes away.
yeah.
You're not hungry all the time. You don't have the cravings and your blood sugar's balanced.
Yeah, yeah, that happened. That happened. So I'm like, okay,
With food,
yeah,
with literal food.
yeah, eating,
Okay.
right. So
With actually eating. So tell me how the kids are doing. Like, now I always say, like, especially for someone like let's be honest, you're sick and we got to get you well. So we
Yes,
got to get you to a place of really, like, I want you to take it as seriously as you can, right? And but for kids, we don't necessarily, we know they're in school. We know we don't want them to be like quite like legalistic, but we want them to be learning at the level they're ready for. Your 7-year-old might be at a different level of learning than your 12-year-old and your
right,
18-year-old, right?
right.
So tell us a little bit about the kids, what they're doing, what they're learning, what they're saying to you.
Well, they're all on board. My son, he'll call me or he'll text and he'll say, well, this is what we're having for lunch today. And I'll say, well, this is part of the PFC. You can turn around and make that your PFC. Take the gravy off the meat. You have the vegetable and eat the fruit, so, and he's like, oh, okay. So he gets up in the morning. He makes a protein shake for him, his sister, and even my 7-year-old. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute.
my 4-year-old niece loves her smoothies. And
Yeah.
so I think that's great.
Yeah, so he gets up, he does that for them. Now my daughter, she has a tendency still not to eat. She doesn't want to eat at school. Um, she's just like, "No,
Do you
mom, I
think
don't
that's
want to eat."
do you think that's emotional?
I'm not sure quite yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. She's at that prepubescent age now. She's going to be 13 and so I want to kind of help her
Well,
in
I'm going
that
to
area, but
encourage you to help, like, ask some questions, right? Go in with curiosity. And I have a lot of moms that will say to me, like, how do I deal with my daughters at this age, at 12, 13, 14 years old, that are very conscious about their bodies, they're self-conscious about food. And I say there's two pieces around this. One is education, helping them understand how their body works and what food actually is. And the second is being curious and asking. You don't need to have all the answers, but it's like, tell me why you decide you don't want to eat, right? Or tell me, how are you feeling right now? And then there is a third piece of the puzzle that I think was a big part of my ability to reach my daughters, was I told them what I was struggling with and where I felt vulnerable, what I felt like was a connection. And when I told them my story about my feelings around my body, like, it just opened up the communication. I think, especially at 12, 13 years old, you are their model. You're their model more than you're their teacher. Your 7-year
yeah.
old, you're teaching. Your 18-year old, you're more of a mentor.
Yes,
And your 12, 13-year-old girl, you're going to be a little bit more of a model because they're trying to figure out themselves and land in who
exactly.
they are. So
Yeah.
I think that those are going to be some important pieces. So what has been a struggle so far?
You know what, Carrie? If I had to pick a struggle, I would say for me, it's going to be reading the labels. But so far, so good. The program is almost unbelievable. I mean, it's almost too good to be true. It's not bad. It's not hard. I'm not used to reading labels. I had talked to my coach and I said, oh, I'm going to have to do math every time I go into the kitchen. And, I'm just
No,
not used to that. And she said, well, I'll teach you, I'll show you how to do it. Take a picture of the label. We can go through this together. So the support is
I love
there.
that.
So there's really not,
Yeah.
I can't say there's a struggle, not yet.
And I think one of the pieces is around the fact that all of, like, because you're balancing your blood sugar, there's no like bigger meals or smaller meals. All of your meals are about the same. So
Even,
once
yeah,
you get it, you're going to get it and you're going to start to feel that level of, like, I'm ready to eat and then satisfied, ready to eat, satisfied, never too hungry, never too full, just ready to eat in about 3 hours. So
right.
I also want to ask you a little bit about, you said mindset stuff, right?
Yes,
And as
yes,
you're going through your lessons and as you go through this approach, you're tapping into your beliefs about yourself, your behaviors, right? So what is something that's kind of coming to the surface? You don't have to have it figured out yet, but what is something that's coming to the surface around where might be the struggles in your mindset and your behaviors, because this right now is new. You're like in a honeymoon period right now. It's exciting, it's new. And I want to get in front of the fact that this is going to be new soon.
Yeah.
right? And that's
Yeah.
often where our mindsets, that's often where the behaviors and the beliefs and the self-sabotage can come in. So what
Right.
is anything coming to the surface right now about your mindsets or beliefs?
Well, in the beginning, initially, like I said, I would say from about day 1 to 3, I saw my mindset completely shift. Just in your coaching and listening to you, I started seeing myself differently. Instead of seeing me as me, it was more like, okay, let me see my body as something outside of maybe my mind. Just like I spend time with my children, let me take time and spend time with me, Nicole's body. And so that's where I think the beginning of my change began, because I'm a natural nurturer and I put everybody in front of me. And I know it's so easy for us to do that. But now I could say, okay, well, did I drink my water today? Did I go on a walk today? Let me do that for my body. So it's like I'm learning how to love myself properly instead of guessing, not having the knowledge, making salad and pouring salad dressing on it and eating it and really not knowing what I'm doing. Now I'm learning, okay, let me take the time and give my body what it needs because it loves me. You said that in one of your coaching. Hey, it loves me. And here I am. I'm just being neglectful, walking in front of cars and
You
it's saying,
didn't know.
and
You didn't
in
know.
I'm learning in the coaching that I'm learning that that's stress. That's a lot of, the back and forth, the up and down is really, really hard on my body. And I didn't know that either. So,
Yes.
from, almost from day one, I would even say from day 2 to 3, I mean, that was revealed. It's just it's so much information. I mean, immediately I began to see a difference in how I thought about myself, even in learning about the inflammatory food list. When I went through that, I said my whole diet was inflammatory. I didn't know
No
that.
wonder you are where you right? No wonder you are where you are right now. And
Exactly.
like already in just a few days, you're already seeing a difference. I would say when you know you can do. But
Yeah.
so often we know and we still don't do, which is why
Right.
we need to go through this entire journey of self-discovery. But you proved my point where I say all the time, confidence does not come because you've met a goal. You have not met your goals yet. You still
Right.
have a long way to go, but you, Nicole, from the first time I met you to right now are confident. I can see it
Yeah.
in you. You
I am.
know what you're doing is right. And
Right.
that is what confidence is. You do not have to weigh a certain amount in order to be confident. You get to be confident now because you know what you're doing is right. And that is what I want everybody to feel. And I am so excited that you are going down this journey. And I am so humbled and just ecstatic that you were going to share this journey with everyone because they can see little bits and pieces of what's possible for them and their family. So, Nicole, next time we talk, we're going to get another update from you. You're going to be another week in. We're going to get a sense of like, there's going to be moments where you're just like, I'm on the struggle bus because this is not going to be solely, any journey is not just up, 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 up. Any journey is ups and downs and twists and turns, and life is going to throw some curveballs at you. And we want to be there to hear how you manage them and how, not if you fall down, but how consistently you get back up.
Right.
So I am so honored and excited that you are here with us, and you'll be back with us for episode 2 to fill us in. Am I right?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So good. And we can't wait to hear how the kids are doing. Keep us posted on all of that. And we will see you next time. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.